Hey guys, it's Jess. Hopefully everything is working appropriately. I've been having some trouble getting connected tonight. Pop in and let me know in the comments if there's anybody watching, if you can hear me, see me, if everything looks okay. Just adjusting the camera just a touch. All right. Hey, Amber, how's it going? Hey, Belinda. Hey, Tracy. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to make a card for the Lawn Fawn Challenge right now. And the Lawn Fawn Challenge right now is Beautiful Beaches. Hey, Fatima. Hey, B. So we're going to do a Lawn Fawn card. First, I wanted to show you guys the finished card. Whoop. For those of you who joined in on Wednesday of last week, so we made this card. I did add a couple little finishing touches, just like some shimmer across the whole card and all of that. So this is the card we made on Wednesday. Actually, I think it was Thursday, technically. It was my makeup stream because we were out on the 3rd. So that's the card we made for that. That's the Hero Arts background. How do you find the different challenges? Fatima, I just know of certain ones that actually participate in challenges. So Lawn Fawn does a recurring challenge like once a week, maybe. So Lawn Fawn, Hero Arts does one, and that's what this one I made for the Hero Arts challenge, which was supposed to be sympathy card, but then I think technically it probably could still count as a sympathy card, but like for a less severe incident. It could probably still be considered a sympathy card, but maybe not for something quite so serious. Also, My Favorite Things does challenges pretty frequently. There's a bunch of companies that do them. Simon Says Stamp, I know for sure, does one every Monday and Wednesday. So it just depends on the company. Some of them do regular challenges. So I just go to those websites and look to see what their challenge is for right now. So anyway, that's the one that we made for Wednesday, or on Thursday, sorry. And then this one I actually made as my replacement card for that card. So since that one didn't quite turn out as a sympathy card like I wanted it to, I actually sat down and made another card, and this is what I came up with last night. I think I made this last night. And I really, really like how this one turned out. Hi, Dee. Hi, Ginny. Hello, Power Stampers. Yeah, so I just thought that this little mouse was so stinking cute. I'm going to pull him up a little bit so you can hopefully see his little details. And I do have to apologize in advance for my one painted nail and my really, really scary, sketchy nails. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but good Lord, they are bad. I did some not good stuff to take off my gel nail polish. This one was okay. Anyway. It's a hot mess, and I'm going to have to go get it fixed, but I have one nail still painted. Can't win them all. Anyhow, so I do... May does them each month for both subscriptions. Oh, that's so cool. I didn't realize that. Hey, Jen. Oh, you guys, I'm so excited. Okay, so this one was using that same stamp set. So it was the same Hero Arts from the 2018 kit. And this time I just used the single little mouse image. And then this Thinking of You came from a Hero Arts sentiment stamp set that I actually picked up from Michael's. So you can sometimes get Hero Arts stuff at Michael's. It just depends. Sometimes my store has it and sometimes they don't. But anyway, so then I just did some ink blending. This is actually one of Christina Werner's Distress Oxide combos. So this is Seedless Preserves, Spiced Marmalade, and Wild Honey. And it is absolutely gorgeous. It's so beautiful. I really, really like that combination. And then I just colored this with my Spectrum Noirs. And the same for the bottom. I just colored it in with my Spectrum Noirs. So I made the little ground bit there. But yeah, I'm so excited. Love the creativity of the nail. Yes, my one nail. But yeah, anyhow, so that is the card that I made. I just wanted to show you guys what I ended up making for that challenge, since that's what we started out to make on Thursday. I keep saying Wednesday, but Thursday. But yeah, so that's that. And then I will give you a sneak peek of my card that's going live at midnight tonight on the Brutus Monroe blog. Wait, that's the wrong card. I can't show you that one. I was about to show you my one that's about to go live on Wednesday. Hold on. I'm going to grab my other one. Okay, so this is the one that I'm going to share tomorrow on the Brutus Monroe blog. So I did like a rusty or shabby chic or maybe like steampunk vintage, who knows, sort of take on a wedding card. And I think it turned out really cool. It's really out of the ordinary, but I really like it. I'm excited about how it turned out. So yes, that will be on the Brutus Monroe blog at midnight. And then on Wednesday, I guess I'll show you this one too, because why not? This is the card that I'll be sharing for our team hop. And the theme is fabulous foliage. So there will be lots of leafy goodness, and that's the card that I made. So I'm super excited. I've been having a good time making cards lately. Georgia, that's awesome. Oh, Blitzy was having a 35% off sale, and then now they are doing 40% off, which is awesome. So if anybody cares to support the channel, you can shop through my link if you would like to. And if you click my link and make a purchase, I do get a commission. So that always helps my channel. But there, I popped it into the comments. It just says Blitzy. There it pops up a link for you. So if you guys care to shop the 40% off sale over at Blitzy, totally use my link and support my channel. Okay, so anyway, on to the main event, which is our Lawn Fawn challenge for today. So the Lawn Fawn challenge currently is beautiful beaches. So I figured we would try to put together a really pretty, I don't know, a really pretty beachy scene. I don't really have any plan other than that. The only thing, if you guys want to look at the inspiration photo, it is the thumbnail for this video. So if you caught it before it went live, there was a little picture over to the right, which had the inspiration photo as well as the color palette for the challenge. So if you wanted to take a look at that, you definitely can. Otherwise, you can always go to lawnfawnatics.com, and that's where all the challenge information is. Okay, so let's pick some colors and figure out what we're gonna do. I know that we're gonna want some blue. We're gonna want some, she said no mermaids, please. Okay. I wasn't planning on using mermaids, although I do have a Lawn Fawn mermaid set. I know that I have a bunch of beachy little critters over here. So I've got my, my little jellyfish and my star. What else do I have? These are just the ones that I have out that I haven't put away yet from previous times when we've made stuff. I've got some flamingos. I've got an otter and a little clam, shellfish, I don't know. And then I've got this one because it has a palm tree type plant on it. So we'll see that. Hey, Gail. How do I get my messages on my computer to the side? I have to keep scrolling down to read. How do I get my messages on my computer? Oh, I think there's a way to change the chat. I can't remember exactly where it is though. There's a thing that says it's like you can, it's like default view, I think is what you want to be under. Can anybody help her? I can't, I'm only on my iPad right now, so I can't see it on the computer. Otherwise I would be able to help, but maybe somebody can help Stacy figure out how to get the comments on the side instead. Okay, hang tight. Let me pick some colors really quick. I'm thinking we can use, I think I want to use antique linen for the sand. Maybe also some frayed burlap for the sand. I'm just trying to kind of go with the color palette that they listed. Salty Ocean. And then I think there was a green too. So just for giggles, we're going to pull out some Lucky Clover. I don't know if we'll use that or not. And then I think I also want to, I'm just pulling out some random stuff. We may not end up using all of these, but that's okay. All right, so I'm also going to pull out my stamp area that has my Lawn Fawn stamps in it. Excuse the intrusive view for a moment. Hold on. So I just want to peek through really quick and see if there's any that I don't want to leave behind. But I'm thinking this is going to be more of a beach scene rather than an underwater scene, because I do want to stick with that beautiful beaches rather than totally like underwater. But I'm just pulling out my nautical stamps from Lawn Fawn, and we're certainly not going to use all of them, but it will at least be some decent amount of them. But yeah, anyhow, so I'm just pulling them out so that we can, this one is a winter one. However, it's got some cute little stuff in there like fish, and this little bear doesn't have any wintry stuff on, so maybe that could work. But yeah, so I'm just pulling out sets that might work, and then we can, you know, filter them back in later if we don't need them, because like I said, we're certainly not going to use all of them, but this will at least give us a good starting point. Oh, that was heavy. To be able to tell like what we want to do. Okay, did Stacy figure out the comments yet? Be right back, Heidi. Okay. Do you have the 3 dots on the top of the screen? Yeah, see, I wish I had my computer close to me, but I don't right now. I am computerless. I'm using my iPad. Okay, cool. So I think what I want to do is, I think I want to make a horizontal card. I don't think I want to do a vertical or portrait card. I think I want to do the landscape. Oh, you want the Yeti on the beach? We may be able to do that. Oh, how funny would it be? Okay, one time I made a card that had the Kraken. No, I didn't actually use the Kraken. I used the octopus from Octopi My Heart, and I put the little sailboat on top of his head. Yeah, that was fun. I liked that a lot. How funny would it be to put the little boat in his hand? That might be cute. Okay, I do have the dies for that as well, so we can probably try to make some sort of scene with that. And then as far as like little bitty things, because I like to have... Oh no, you're frozen. I look okay on my end. Let me know, you guys, if everyone is frozen or if we're doing okay. On my end, it looks okay. I do have my phone plugged in, so my battery shouldn't die. Okay, cool. Hopefully that doesn't become a problem. Okay, cool. So why don't we do this? Why don't we start? I've got my palm tree, maybe the shellfish, and then maybe the starfish. Oh, a fishing pole. We could do that. Okay. All right. Let's get started and see what we come up with, and then we'll see if we want to pull any more sets out. So I don't have the dies for this one, so we'll have to manually cut that one. And then let's see. All right, I think I do want to stamp out my my palm tree for sure. Maybe I'll do a couple of those. And then our little Yeti. I think he's the abominable snowman. Are they the same thing? Is the Yeti the same as an abominable, that's such a hard word to say, abominable snowman? Have you guys ever seen that meme where Joe Biden is like drew a picture of Obama and he was like the abominable snowman? No, just me. I thought that was hilarious. Little stuff like that is hilarious to me. I don't know why I find that so funny, but super, super cute. Anyway, hey Di. Okay, so let's talk about our plan here. Are we going to go with a 1-layer card to do more kind of what I've been doing lately, which is stamping, masking, and all of that? Or do we want to do, I think that might be cool, but we can also do a, like a paper piecing card in that, you know, like we die cut the pieces and then assemble them. But we can do whatever, really. I don't know what you guys want to see. Some of it I don't have dies for, some of them I do, so it kind of just varies. Like some of them I may have to paper piece and some of them, you know, I might not. Okay, so I kind of want to start getting the gist of my scene going so that I know what exactly I'm doing. All right, Fatima says masking 1 layer. Okay. All right, I'm going to put him under the shade, I think, of this tree, and then maybe I'll put 2 over on this side, kind of like stacked on top of each other. So I get to try out Heidi's suggestion from last time, which is to stamp multiples, or well, stamp 1 image of whatever you want to mask, and then cut out more than 1 layer at a time so that you get multiple masks at once. So I had to grab a couple things from my photo prop area. I never took it out from when I was taking my picture earlier of my little mousy card. Whoopsie daisies. Okay, so now I've got my block. You can pop up a couple things. Yeah, for sure. We can totally do that. All right, so the cool thing about this is you can actually like turn the stamp. So see how I can adjust it so that it's at an angle? I think that's super, super cute. So I definitely want to do that. I think what I'm going to do is stamp my Yeti first because I want him to be in the front. So at least for the moment, I'm going to go ahead and at least just stamp out my palm tree. That's what this is, right, you guys? A palm tree. It came from the dinosaur set, but I'm using it as a palm tree, so hopefully that's acceptable. All right, so what I'm going to do is instead of just taking 1 of these off, I'm going to take off 2. 1, 2, so that I can cut 2 trees at the same time. And then, wait, will he fit on here? Oh, I think he'll fit on here, although it won't be on the sticky part. Probably not worth it unless I can get him. I'll just stamp him on his own. It depends, Fatima. Sometimes, so generally when I do scene building, I tend to stamp my stuff first and then I just mask it off because it's too hard to go back and try to figure out how to get the ink blending where, or you know, like I don't know where my scene is going to go, so it's hard for me to make the scene work later. And I find that this is easier for me to be able to kind of just fly by the seat of my pants and make changes as I go if I do the stamping first. Okay, so I'm going to cut this little mask out, save that piece for later. Swapped devices needed a bigger screen. I love it. So we're just going to be doing some fussy cutting for now. What I like to do is, as far as order of operations goes, I like to do my stamping first, and then I do my ink blending, and then I do my coloring. And for whatever reason, this seems to work for me. Now you could do your coloring before your ink blending. The only reason that I tend to do it the opposite way and do my ink blending first is because then if I mess up on the ink blending, it's not a super big deal. I can just start over instead of having adjusted or, you know, like spent all that time coloring and then I ruin it somehow or it just doesn't work out with my ink blending. And then I have to start all over again and all that coloring is wasted. So that's just the way I like to do it. But it really is just personal preference, like whichever way you prefer. That's just how I like to do it. Okay. Oh, poor Stacy. If next time I'm on my computer, I will look and then I'll show you so that you know how to use it and get the chat the right side. I know that's so frustrating. Usually I have the opposite problem. It's like when I'm on my phone that I have issues with the chat not going where I want it to. So do you guys participate in challenges or do you kind of just do your own thing as far as card making goes? I find that the challenges are actually really nice for keeping my creative juices flowing because sometimes you just like don't have an idea. And just that challenge theme will get you started in making something creative that you may not have thought of or you weren't, I don't know. It just helps sometimes. And I don't do them like consistently. I don't participate in every single challenge that comes out. But I do like to participate in them. Hey, Tiffany. She said she's cooking dinner. Is anyone surprised? Currently, Tiffany, we are making a card for the Lawn Fawn Challenge, Beautiful Beaches. Whoop, whoop. What's for dinner? Oh, you don't have any Lawn Fawn. Bummer. Lawn Fawn is one of my favorite companies. They just have the cutest stuff. I mean, these images are just too cute for their own good. The only thing is, I don't particularly like cutting out this one as a mask. It's proving a little more irritating than I thought it was going to be. But that's okay. Happens to the best of us, right? Oh well. I find sometimes I don't participate if I don't have the right kind of stamps, but a lot of times you can tweak the stamps you have to fit whatever their challenge is. So it just, I don't know. It just depends on how inventive you feel like being to make your entry fit for the challenge. Because I've done some stuff before where it was like a really interesting take on the challenge. Like, one challenge I did recently was, it was supposed to be stars and stripes, as in like 4th of July, but instead I did like a night sky with stars in it, and that still counted as part of the challenge, even though it wasn't exactly the same. I hope that makes sense. But yeah. Walking my dog through a small town while watching on my iPhone. Does that count as a challenge? That does sound quite challenging, Ginny. Props to you for multitasking. I can barely even cut and talk. Blitzy does have some Lawn Fawn. It's true. I don't know what all they have. Like, I don't know if they have the same sets that I'm using tonight, but I definitely know they have some Lawn Fawn at least. So, yeah, that would be really awesome. Thanks, Tiffany. And Lawn Fawn is, it's just so handy, I find, to have. It's just like they have the perfect set for like everything. But I do really like puns, so that could be why I enjoy their stuff so much, because I really, really like puns. If you don't like puns, then it might not be for you. but I really do, so it's definitely for me. And also, I met Kelly Marie at, oh, thanks, Tiffany. I met Kelly Marie at Creativation, and she was like every bit as magical as she is in her online videos. And it just made me want to support them even more because she was just so nice. She's like a unicorn. She's so cool. Yeah, she was super, super nice. I think Creativation was really cool to get to see and meet people that otherwise I would never have probably met. It's a really cool experience. Lord have mercy. Is it required that you only use their products? It depends for each company. Some of them say it's required. Some of them say it's encouraged but not required. So it just depends. Yes, this is the Spectrum. It's Finesse. It is alcohol safe ink. Yeah, so you can definitely use it to color with the Spectrum Noirs for sure. All right, Tiffany, have fun. Enjoy your dinner. Hopefully I'll still be live when you're done. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to just kind of put this here for placement. I want the beach to kind of be fairly low so we have room for the water and all of that. So I'm thinking somewhere around here. Perfect. And then we're going to just go ahead and pop that little guy right on top. Just like so. Look how perfect it is. It's so cute. Okay, and then now that we have our cutie patootie here, we can go ahead and stamp out our tree. Now, I did angle the tree so that it is a little bit different. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp it a little bit higher up than his feet, and then I'll just make a little, like a little bank of sand there around it when I start coloring. Uh-oh. All right, so I don't trust myself to be able to stamp that again. So what I do is I just take a black Copic multi-liner and I fill in the spaces where I didn't get quite as good a stamp as I want. And that is only because I am not good enough at stamping to try to line it up again. I would probably mess it up. So this is just me, personal preference. You could totally just stamp over it, or if you were using the Misty, this would not be an issue at all. You wouldn't have even had this problem. But since I was trying to be brave and, you know, do my own thing, that's where I ended up. Okay, so what we're going to do is clean this off a bit, and then I'm going to curve it the other direction. Like so. Cleaning, organizing my craft room. Guess whose stamps I have the most of? Is it Brutus Monroe? That would be my first guess, but I don't know. You need more Lawn Fawn? Yes. I have a lot of Lawn Fawn because Lawn Fawn is the first company, well, the very first company that I ever placed a big order from with like lots of different stamp sets was actually Your Next Stamp. I don't know if you guys have heard of Your Next Stamp, but yes. So I really like Your Next Stamp. They're awesome. I haven't used their stuff that much actually in a while. I should probably do that. But yeah, so that was the first company that I ever did that with. Then the next one was Lawn Fawn. Okay, so I realized that I have a problem. I was going to cut 2 out of this, but my trees, since I bent it, are actually not facing the same direction. So I'm going to have to cut more than 1. So that's kind of a bummer, but oh well. Yeah, I also have a lot of Brutus Monroe, obviously. I guess that's what happens when you design for a company, but I have a lot of Brutus Monroe, and I have a lot of Lawn Fawn. I also have a lot of My Favorite Things. So it just depends on what you're into, you know. Yeah, Lawn Fawn is like definitely, yes, Blitzy moving warehouses. Yes, they are. And that's why they're having that 40% off sale. So it actually started out at 35% and now it is 40%. So I think they're definitely trying to clear out some inventory there with their move. I would definitely take advantage of that before it's gone. That is an amazing deal. So if you're looking to stock up on stamps or like oxides, distress inks, if there's like certain inks you're looking for, they do also have Spectrum Noir markers. I don't know exactly what they have, but like it's definitely worth checking out over there. They've got a lot of good stuff. They do also have some, for you guys that are Brutus Monroe fans, they do have some Brutus Monroe stuff at Blitzy as well. So if there's some things you don't have, you can definitely check it out and see. Their selection isn't huge, at least the last time I checked it wasn't, of Brutus Monroe stuff, but I know that they did have at least some stuff. So, like I think that they had embossing powders even. Like I'm pretty sure I just checked the other day and the pink champagne one was in stock over there. Because I was looking it up for somebody who was asking a question about rose gold embossing powders. But yeah, they've got a ton of stuff and it's all on sale. Oh, storage bags, that's cool. Yeah, they also have like die cut machines, I'm pretty sure. I don't think they're excluded. I think you can get 40% off everything. I didn't see that there were any exclusions, but I didn't look that closely either. So it's possible that there might be exclusions, but definitely worth checking out. But yeah, I know that Tiffany posted the link, but if you guys want to check it out, you can just type in !Blitzy and it will give you a link to head right on over to their website. Sorry that this is taking me so long. I always feel so bad when I need to fussy cut things. Like I should have done this in advance because it just takes me so long. It's a lot. I don't know why I'm such a slow cutter, but I think it's because I want it to be perfect, and so I'm trying so hard to, you know, not mess it up and whatever, that it ends up taking me forever. Hey, Amanda. How's it going, girlfriend? She said, sorry I'm late. Work. So tonight we are working on the Lawn Fawn Challenge, the current Lawn Fawn Challenge, which is Beautiful Beaches. So we are going to make a fun card. If it bothered us, we wouldn't be here. That's true, because apparently I like to fussy cut. I mean, I don't like to fussy cut, but I say that because I do it a lot for someone who doesn't like to fussy cut. So there's that. You know what's funny is that I actually used to refuse to mask because I just did not want anything to do with it. And then I guess eventually I just broke down and was like, look, if I'm going to make these cute cards, I guess I have to be okay with masking stuff. And here I am. And now, like, I feel like every card I make is masked. It's ridiculous. All right, so let's pop this little guy on here. Hopefully it fits. Yes. Okay, cool. I actually really like the way that these cards look. I actually really like the way these cards look while they have the Post-it tape on them. It's so fun. It looks crazy. Okay, so now that we've done that, I'm going to go ahead and straighten up my palm tree so we have some nice variation. I really like this about clear stamps. You can't do this with a rubber stamp. Until the envelope card, yes. The envelope card of doom. And then Neat and Tangled came out with a an envelope background, and I was like, oh, come on. Because of course. Okay, so you can see I'm just using these to, I'm just creating some depth with this. Well, theirs was in production well before mine. It just so happened that I made the background, and then like immediately after they had their release, or it could have already been out, like they were debuting it, like sneak peeking it and stuff, and I had no clue. Yeah. What am I using to mask? I am using a full sticky back. It's a post-it note. Good Lord. It's a post-it note that is sticky all over it. I hope that makes sense. So it doesn't, usually with a post-it note, it has a little bit of sticky at one side and the rest is not sticky. This is the opposite. So it has one little piece that's not sticky and the rest is sticky. It actually works quite well for masking. I really like it. It's very, very handy. I get it on Amazon, and you can shop with me on Amazon as well. Gosh, I feel like I sound like an infomercial. Tell me to shut up if it's annoying. I just like to remind people because I feel like it's, you know, not the same people watch every time. So I guess it's annoying for the people who do watch every time because then, you know, you have to hear it every time. But anyway, if you type in !Amazon, anything you shop through over there, I can get a commission through. So if you like to support the channel and you're already shopping, you can totally do that. But yeah, you can go to Amazon. If you type that in and click my link or whatever, it'll take you to, or I think it should take you directly to my like crafty page. And on that page, it has suggestions of like things that I recommend, products that I use. And it should be under, I think it's just under like handy craft supplies or something like that. There's like a couple different lists. I think it's under handy craft supplies or something of that nature. But yeah, so you can definitely snag it from there if you would like to. I get it in a 3-pack because it's easier and I do tend to use quite a bit of it. So you get 3 little pads, but it's actually the cheapest price I've seen. Because on like at an office store, if you go to like Office Max or Office Depot or Staples or whatever, it's like really expensive. I don't remember the exact price, but I remember it being like at least twice as much, if not more than that, than it was when I looked on Amazon. So I definitely like to save money wherever I can. I'm sure that you guys would as well. So yes. It's always good to shop around and see where you can get the best price. I mean, I'm definitely for that. I am a frugal shopper for sure. I like to use coupons. I really like to make sure that I'm getting the best deal I can because I really don't have a very big craft budget or like any craft budget at the moment. There was a time when I used to be able to buy a lot more things, but now I can't. So I have to be a lot more cautious and a lot more aware of how much things cost. So I definitely do try to bargain shop when I can. And I find that Amazon tends to be pretty good for those things like that, like post-it notes or something that may not even necessarily be an actual craft supply, but it works really well. Because I know that there are a lot of companies that do sell like masking paper and things like that. And I certainly don't have anything against masking paper from crafting companies. If I had the money for it, I would totally use it, but I don't really have the money for it, so I don't. But yeah, so, oops, I forgot the bottom. But it's all just, you know, like you always hear me say, it's personal preference. Wherever you feel comfortable shopping or however much you feel comfortable spending. You do you, crafty friends. Okay, that's going to be so cute, right? That's adorable. All right, let's cut out our last little guy. What did we say we were going to put in this hand? Oh, the boat. See, that's not going to be as cute if he has also a fishing pole. Hold on, let me look at the fishing pole so I can see which direction it goes. it goes the wrong way. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Well, I could try to mirror stamp it, but I don't have the best supplies for that. What I really need to get is one of those more solid large stamps so that I can do mirror stamping a little bit easier. I do have my gel plate, but I have to admit I don't particularly love trying to do mirror stamping with my gel plate because it always, for whatever reason, it seems like the ink is always kind of faded looking when I get my reversed image. So like it doesn't look crisp like the other one. And I'm not a fan of that. I don't know if you guys have tried it. Have you guys ever done gel printing reverse stamping? So like using your gel plate to mirror an image so you can make it face the opposite direction. I tried it a couple times before, and I mean, in a pinch it will work, but I don't love it. And I think maybe if I was using a different medium than a fast drying ink, it may work better, but because I'm using alcohol markers, when I'm mirror stamping something, I'm usually going to color it in. So I don't know. For me, I just don't think it makes as much sense. Figured out a cool trick. If you spray pixie spray onto copy paper, it's perfect for masking. What? Like printer paper? That's crazy. I never ever would have thought of that. Oh my gosh, Heidi, I do have the waffle flower mat, but I have not been using it. I need to get that sucker out. It's like right over there. But yeah, I never even thought of that. That's a really good idea. And Heidi, I will definitely have to try that with the mirror stamping with the waffle flower mat. I know that that was actually even suggested as one of the uses, and I completely forgot. Because that's the kind of person I am, you guys. That is the kind of person I am. The waffle flower mat is awesome. I just have not used it as much as I should. I need to be using that sucker all the time. Like, in fact, on my list of things that I want to get, because I've been dying to use them for a good long while now, is the color bursts. I mean, from anywhere. I don't have them from any company. I know Brutus Monroe had some, but I don't think they're available anymore. I'll have to double check that. I don't think they're available through Brutus Monroe anymore, but yeah, so I really want some color bursts. Tonic has some really cool ones called Shimmer Powder, maybe. And those ones are really neat. I played around with those some at Creativation, and I really like those. Hey, Cindy. So I really want to try them out, but I have seen, I don't know if you guys are in the Stamp Junkies group, but they have been posting a lot of photos of one of the classes that was taught by Effie, who is the owner of the Ton Stamps. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of them. They're a slightly smaller company. They're not as well known as like Lawn Fawn or something, but they're getting pretty well known, I would say. They make gorgeous backgrounds and like really beautiful floral images. So anyway, the owner of that company, Effie, she is always using color bursts, and she uses them for like her gorgeous watercolor images and stuff. I've always wanted to try her method, and a lot of people in Junkies took her class at Junkie Fest, so it's all over the place, and it's been taunting me because I want to try it. Okay, so we have got our sand. What I was thinking is if we were going to put, I think the starfish, I actually kind of want to put in the sand, like over here. And then I can kind of make it like, color versus, what? Oh, well, I can't use my own link. I don't think it works like that. But if I could, I would be rolling in the affiliate money. I guess I could try to use someone else's link, because I definitely, I always want to support people. So I need to get better about like intentionally clicking someone's link before I make a purchase, so that I can support people too. Okay, so what we're doing is I'm going to put this down here like this. Just being funny, she says. I know. I know you know what's up. And congratulations, by the way. Have you reached your 5,000 yet? I can't even believe that. Or are you just getting close? That's so cool. I'm always looking for people to support and kind of like champion in my lives, or in videos in general, because it's awesome. Did you change your name on here also, Gail? I feel like your name is different. 495 away. That is close. When it comes to thousands of people, that is close. If you guys are not following Gail, she's getting close to 5,000 subscribers. You guys can pop over to her channel and give her a subscribe. Check out her videos and... Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. It just says your name now, first and last. I thought for some reason... Oh, is this not your... Do you have two do you have two profiles or whatever? One for your channel and one for just your personal YouTube? I didn't even think about that. 494. That's awesome. Hooray. Yay, you guys are the best. That's so cool. All right, so I'm also obviously masking off this cute little starfish because I'm going to add him to our little scene. Because he's so cute. Oh, made it a long time ago. Okay. Yeah, because that's the one that's popping up right now that you're on, it looks like. But I thought for some reason, I was like, I'm pretty sure her name looks different, but I obviously recognize your profile picture. So that's the same. There we go. Okay, cool. So now we've got our basic scene all stamped out and ready to go. So what I think I want to do is take my, let's see, do I have one over here? I do not. I'm going to grab my wavy die thing. You like my really detailed description of what I was going to get? Could you tell what I was going to get? What I'm going to do is I'm going to use these stitched border dies to create my piece, my little piece here. And what I mean by piece is this. All I'm going to do, it would probably just be easier. I was going to hand cut it, but it would probably be easier to just go ahead and cut it. Lord have mercy, I'm throwing dies around the table, you guys. Woo! It's getting saucy in here. Alright, so all I'm going to do is put that right into my die cut machine. I was going to hand cut it, but I mean, whatever. It's fine. One of these days I'll post a video and maybe get some subscribers. I think that's kind of all it takes at the beginning. You just gotta like post a video and then promote the heck out of yourself. That's the hardest part, I think, is having to do all of that, like the promotion side of it. It just gets a little draining sometimes. But, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, let's see, I think that's good. What I think I'm going to do is just keep this right here like this with my, I'm going to use some purple tape up at the top so that it stays in place. But what I'm going to do is do my ink blending and use this as a mask. So I'm going to start off with my antique linen The only problem is I should have gone to the store today because I don't have any clean ink blending foamies. I have like this whole thing that used to be full and now it's not. All right, I can probably use that one, at least for now. And then for the darker color, we can build it up. We'll see what happens. All right, so this is the antique linen. It seems a little bit dark in my space on the replay today. I feel like normally it was like a little bit brighter, but oh well. Okay, so the only thing that you want to be careful about when you're doing your ink blending is just making sure that your little edges don't come up, because that does happen sometimes with these little intricate areas. So you just got to be careful and make sure that you're not ink blending somewhere you don't want to, because that's always frustrating. 5 years from my practice one to do a real video. Oh my gosh. I just kind of was like, I'm going to start a YouTube channel and see what happens. And then I posted a video. I think we talked about this during my last live actually, or one of the recent ones at least. And man, I didn't know that there was like a big snafu about the whole Misty thing. And so I don't know. I went to town doing a review on the Misty and the Hampton Arts press and whatever else, I don't know, but I did a review on a bunch of those. Oh, and the We Are Memory Keepers one too. And that was my very first video, and it ended up getting like thousands of views, and I was like, what is even going on right now? Like, why is my video getting so many views? But it just happened to be well timed. Like, that was something that people were looking for at that exact moment in time, was like a review on the stamp platforms, because they were brand new. And so it was just lucky. So that happened. But yeah, I don't know. And then after that, I got way less views. Like, I didn't get any views anymore. But at least I had gotten a few subscribers from it. And so it worked out okay, because then I was able to share my videos with those couple of people, whoever I got subscribers from. And I had a little bit of a base to start with. So as long as you get a few subscribers to start with, it really helps. Oh, this is so cute, you guys. I love it. All right, so what we're going to do is kind of cheat, and I say cheat loosely, but what we're going to do is use this same mask, right? And all I'm going to do is slide it up a little bit. So what I want is a little gap of white, and then I want to make my ocean. So I want to leave that blank, and then I think I'm going to do like maybe to about right here, but I want it to follow that same pattern, if that makes sense. So I'm going to try to keep it as even as possible with the sides here, making sure that it's nice and straight if I can. If it's not exactly perfect, it's okay, but I want to at least do the majority of it like that. And actually, let me think about this. I'm just trying to catch up on comments. Haven't been brave enough to try a live. Plus, I'm a slow crafter. Welcome to my life, Amanda. When I grow up, I want to be like Jess D. You're making my heart so big. Okay, so on YouTube, I think they've changed the rules so that you can do a live with less than 1,000 subscribers, but only if you do it not through your phone, like through a webcam. I think you can do it under 1,000, and then I think there was some other way. Oh yeah, I can use this to cover the sand. Yeah. I'm not really super worried about it, because I'm gonna leave a gap, so I'm not gonna do too much. But my problem is I don't have blending foams that are the right color because, of course, well, I have at least, well, I can use this one. This one will probably work. I have like a couple that are just sitting on my desk from previous things that I've been doing. Oh, Streamlabs is like a broadcasting software. All right, so I'm starting off on the edge here because I don't want this to be super, super dark and pigmented. And I also want to be sure that I leave that little bit of white space at the bottom like I was talking about. So I don't want to go too crazy. Nothing too fancy. And in these situations, when you're making a sky, I kind of goofed there. I've got a little bit of a smudge, but it's okay. Not the end of the world. With these kinds of things, when you're doing like skies and stuff like that, I find that it's actually really nice to have kind of like a more streaky sort of look, because skies are not just like perfectly solid one color and that's it. They are varied. And I think that that's really cool to add that into your card as well. So you can see I'm just leaving the little bit of white there in between. Not much, but just enough. Just enough so that you can tell that there is a gap there. Hey, Tracy. Oh, I hope you enjoyed your dinner. That's awesome. Okay, so now we're going to move up to the next little slot there. So see how that's, I think that's really cool. I think it looks so cute. Hooked on craft, yes. Lord have mercy. Okay, so we've got our first, so this is going to be the ocean. And then let's see how I want to do this. I'm trying to decide if I want to then make a straight horizon line. I think that's what I'm going to do. All right, so, how do I want to do this? Because no matter which way I turn it, it's not going to be, I can at least use this one as another mask here. All right, so what I want to do, I think, is make one more layer of the bottom, like the ocean or whatever. And then once I've done that, then I'm going to make a straight line for the horizon. So where the sky meets the sea, I'm gonna do, I feel like I just wanted to start singing Moana. There's a line where the sky meets the sea and it calls me. Anyway, so yes, anyway, just going to scrub off this as best as I can because I'm using the same ink pad, probably stupidly, but I need to go shopping and get more blending foams. All right, so I'm gonna do the salty ocean, and then I think I'm actually going to use a little more purple tape and tape down the top so that I don't go over where my skyline is supposed to be. So if I want the horizon to be like here, because I don't want my sea to be like the whole card, you know what I mean? I want to have a very show. Yeah, but anyhow, that's cool. Promote your channels, y'all. I see you guys exchanging info in the comments. That's awesome. Only 13 away from 50. Go, girl. I'm so proud of all of you guys for getting yourselves out there and doing what you're passionate about. It's so cool. Okay, so I have to be careful because this is a little bit precarious because they're not really taped down in the center. So I do have to be a little bit careful, but it should be okay. As long as I don't move them too much, I should be all right. We'll see what happens. It would be quite the bummer to get this far and then have it get messed up. I don't know how they know, but I've tried it. It won't let me connect to the phone. A notice pops up. Wow. Huh. That's crazy. Oh, of course, Dee. I think it's awesome for you guys to share your information and get new followers and stuff. Yay! Okay, I think that's so cute. And then, so that'll be the end of the sea. And then the sky will start. And actually, I think I should have just left this on here for a second. I think I want to add just a touch of the chipped sapphire on there so that I can have like a little bit of dark at the top. I feel like I'm being a little too tedious with this, but it's fine. It's totally fine. Just so that it gets like a little bit dark at the top. I don't know why that keeps moving. Like, I'm not going to go crazy trying to add a bunch of color because I only just want like just a little bit at the edge there. Oh, I'm frozen. Really? Oh no. What is wrong with YouTube lately? You guys. Oh, this is the worst. Okay, so I think what we'll probably have to do is, because this happened before, and I've never been able to get you guys back, and I just think it's so bizarre that you can hear me, but it just freezes the video, because it's not anything to do with my battery, because it's not, I don't have a low battery notification or anything. It is literally just YouTube being random and deciding, I guess, that I'm frozen. I don't even know. I have no idea what the reasoning would be or why that would happen, but here we are. All right, so I think I'll just have to start a new one, which is so annoying. I'm so irritated right now. Okay, so let me do this. I'm going to get out of this one and then I'll just start a new one. So if you guys just hop onto my channel, then I'll refresh and I'll start a brand new one. So hang tight and I will be right back.